The Chinese Communist Party, CCP, is on the verge of taking down the second largest economic city in the world. But what really is CCP? Who are the brains behind it, and why is China scared of its people? By the time you finish watching this video, you'll understand the power CCP holds and how crucial the times are for the People's Republic of China. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. But before that, let's dive into the origin of CCP. Did the May 4th movement give birth to the rise of the current dominance of communists? Or is the party a means to boycott capitalism in the country? In this video, you'll learn about the birth, growth, and rise of communists in China. Let's take a trip in time. History of the CCP. While the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, is the founding and ruling political party of modern China, officially known as the People's Republic of China, their dominance didn't just start from the May 4th movement. In fact, many attributions can be assigned to post-World War I, when China suffered greatly from the grip of Western countries like Germany. Unlike what it is today, in the 20th century, China was a country under the heavy colonization of foreign countries. This led them to join forces with their allies during World War I, with the agreement that foreign powers will seize control of its territories. Unfortunately, none of that happened in China, and the territory once seized by the Germans became controlled by Japan, that even the Chinese government could do little to save its masses. This led to a series of uproars and protests among citizens. Hence, the May 4th movement, which happened in 1919, paved the way for the birth of communism, the emergence of the Chinese Communist Party. The Revolutionary Storm, May 4th movement. On May 4th, 1919, students from Beijing University and 12 other institutions led a demonstration at the front of Tiananmen, the Gate of Heavenly Peace, as a confrontation to the Chinese government's weak response to the Treaty of Versailles decision to allow Japan to subdue the Shandong territory. This anti-imperialist cultural and political movement spurred an upsurge in Chinese nationalism and also replaced traditional Confucian values, which were believed to be responsible for the political weakness of the nation. You might be wondering, didn't the government retaliate against this movement? Of course. Like any authoritative force, the Beijing government arrested nearly 1,000 students during the protests. But this didn't stop the patriotic movement. Instead, it empowered the revolution. Workers and students joined forces chanting political slogans and fishing out individuals associated with the Japanese. This day is now recognized as Youth Day in mainland China. The historic demonstration on May 4th, 1919, not only gave birth to the Chinese Communist Party, but changed the entire history of the Republic of China. The rise of communism. On July 23, 1921, the Chinese Communist Party was officially founded. Exactly 2 years after the May 4th movement, writers, political activists, and intellectuals sought a new ideology to usher in a new age. The first series of meetings were held in a girls' school in Shanghai. The meetings included 12 delegates representing 59 party members. For such a powerful party, there's little to no capacities these members hold. It didn't take long for police to raid their meetings, forcing them to hold these meetings in boats. Still, the number of their members grew. Although this growth was slow, what can 59 members really do? The CCP was founded by Li Dezhou and Chen Dezhou, who were inspired by Karl Marx's ideas. They sought to establish a socialist society in China. In the 1920s and 1930s, the CCP grew rapidly and was instrumental in leading the Communist Revolution in China, which ultimately led to the establishment of the People's Republic of China on October 1, 1949, with Mao Zedong as its president. The CCP was formed during a time of political and social upheaval in China, as the country was undergoing rapid modernization and faced growing economic and political challenges. The founders of the CCP were influenced by the ideas of Karl Marx and Vladimir Lenin and believed that socialism was the solution to China's problems. Marxism-Leninism is the original ideology of the Chinese Communist Party, incorporating classical Marxist theories by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels and the ideas of Vladimir Lenin. The CCP considers Marxism-Leninism as the key to understanding the universal laws of human society's historical development and sees it as offering a comprehensive view of the contradictions present in capitalist societies and the inevitable transition to socialist and communist societies. Marxism-Leninism shows the CCP the contradictions in a capitalist society and how a socialist and communist society is inevitable in the future. Marx and Engels came up with the theory behind building a Marxist party. Lenin put it into practice before, during, and after the 1917 Russian Revolution. Then you wonder where the strong relationship between China and Russia started. The growth of the CCP. Today, the CCP may be seen as powerful, but it experienced difficulties with its founding members. The CCP is ideologically divided. Some of its members believe the industrial workforce should be the frontier of the revolution, while others like Mao Zedong viewed the power of the peasantry should be upheld for them to rise to power. As Abraham Lincoln said, "A house divided against itself cannot stand." Due to the differences in ideologies and directions, the growth of the CCP slowed down. This frustrated Soviet Russia, who wanted to help the growth of communists in China. From Moscow's point of view, CCP should just be a support group for the forces in the Democratic Revolution of China. But in 1922, CCP was directed by Soviet Russia to take up members from the ruling political party, the Nationalist Party of China, also known as Kuomintang. Although the Nationalists seemed to get support from the Communists, the hidden agenda was for CCP to infiltrate the major political party, thereby recruiting new CCP members. This led to an alliance between the GMD and the CCP. In 1923, with the help of Soviet diplomats, this alliance was formed. Russia's warm relationship with China didn't just start today. However, this collaboration didn't go well, as both parties shared many differences in ideologies. Even in GMD, different factions sprung up. The right-wing nationalists clashed with the communists due to ideological differences. It didn't take long for the newly formed National Revolutionary Army to declare war on the communists. This war became known as the Shanghai Massacre, a deadly purge of communists and other leftist groups within Shanghai. This cold-blooded war, of course, didn't go well with the factions of the GMD. Wang Qingwei opposed the killings of the CCP members, and this led to the split of the Nationalist Party of China. The CCP in no time retaliated, but was swiftly defeated by the larger and more funded GMD, also known as the KMT. This quickly escalated into the China Civil War. China entered a war with its own citizens, a war between the top dog, the nationalists, and the underdog, the communists. This war weakened the communists as they were the less advantaged sect, but they understood the lessons needed for later endeavors. For the much advantaged nationalists, it didn't take long for internal disputes, bankruptcy, and uprising, also enabling Japanese forces to make their way into the Chinese territories. All these happened under the de facto Republic of China's President Jiang, who allegedly claimed to fix the rifts. But for a country experiencing external and internal opposition, there was little he could do. On the other hand, CCP began to pull more members, increasing its strength. The CCP took time to establish another communist state, known as the China Soviet Republic, in the eastern provinces of Jiangxi. Truly, the struggle for communism was not an easy feat. But in the 1920s and 1930s, the CCP gained significant support among the Chinese people, particularly among workers and peasants. The party's efforts to challenge the nationalist movement, led by Chiang Kai-shek, culminated in the Chinese Civil War, which lasted from 1927 to 1949. The CCP emerged victorious from the Civil War and established the People's Republic of China, with Mao Zedong as its first leader. Under Mao, the CCP pursued a series of major reforms, including the collectivization of agriculture, the establishment of a planned economy, and the implementation of various social and cultural programs. In the decades that followed, the CCP faced several challenges, including economic difficulties, political unrest, and changing international circumstances, but it remained in power and continued to shape the course of China's development. Today, the CCP is one of the world's largest political parties, with over 89 million members, and continues to play a dominant role in Chinese politics and society. The CCP has maintained a political monopoly since Mao Zedong founded the People's Republic in 1949, and it has overseen the country's rapid economic growth and rise as a global power, notes Council on Foreign Relations. Xi Jinping is the General Secretary of the Communist Party of China and the President of the People's Republic of China. As the leader of the CCP, he plays a crucial role in setting the political direction of the country and making key decisions on economic, social, and foreign policy. He's also responsible for appointing and dismissing senior officials in the party and the government. Under Xi's leadership, The CCP has emphasized the importance of maintaining its monopoly on political power and strengthening its control over society. He has also pursued an ambitious agenda of reforms aimed at modernizing the country's economy and strengthening its position on the world stage. More than ever, the CCP has gained dominance in the hearts of the Chinese. There's no going back on anything other than communism in the People's Republic of China. So, what do you think about the actions of the CCP? Do you still think the future of China is uncertain? Or will the CCP be held responsible for the downfall of the People's Republic of China? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this. Until next time.